Hi, I'm Tally from Bushtekniq, and we are here to share a step-by-step planting guide to introduce even more biodiversity to this local waterway on beautiful Turrbal Yagara country. Follow these easy steps to growing healthy local plants. Once you've prepared an area to plant, it's important to plan and place. Is the site sunny or in full shade, or somewhere in between? What are the soil conditions like? Sandy, loamy, clay? Importantly, what are your objectives? To create bank stability, to shade out weedy species, to keep the area open but create good coverage. Hopefully always to promote beautiful biodiversity. Thankfully, there is a huge diversity of lovely leafy locals to choose from to plant at your place, our place, along the creek. Consider a range of canopy, mid-story, lower story and ground cover species, such as these local ground cover bearded grass and Commonwealth-State diffusa. Lomandra and other sedges and rushes are an excellent choice for a range of conditions as they are hardy and can handle sun or shade, and with an epic root system, they really hold the creek banks in place. It's important to dig a really great hole because this is where your plant will spend the rest of its life and we want it to establish well. Use your hori-hori in sandy soils or if needed a mini-matic, bigger matic or an auger. Make sure your hole is at least 1.5 times the depth of the tube or pot. Make roughened walls and ensure there is some loose soil in the bottom of the hole, as this helps new micro-roots to gain a quick hold in the natural ground. Take the time to remove all weedy material from the area, especially roots that are likely to sprout again, like Singapore daisy. You can use a good quality fertilizer. We like to use this product called Plant Assist from Plant Health. They're a local fertilizer company that specialize in organic fertilizers. And we just mix in about a pinch to the loose soil at the bottom of the hole. It's a good practice to soak your plants in seaweed solution or maybe a microbial solution, even just water, to reduce the effect of shock in the transplant process. Step 3. Plant with care. Holding the plant closely and directly over the hole, loosen it from the pot in two ways. Either ease it out gently or give it a swift karate chop across the top of the pot to loosen those micro roots from any hold. Ease the plant out and in the process, check out the root structure. Check if the plant in this case is well formed, but sometimes the roots are looking root bound, so it's important to give it a quick tickle or a tease out before placing in the hole. And the depth of the planting should be a little bit lower than the surrounding natural soil. Push in the lovely fine dirt, or sand in this case, around that new plant and those new roots with care. This is a cool tool we call a rammer. Essentially, it's a strong stick we have cut to size. Taking care not to damage the roots of the seedling, we tamp the soil well for 3 reasons. Firstly, to reduce air pockets, so as the baby roots of this plant grow outward, they are either finding water or nutrients to grow well. Secondly, to create a reservoir for any watering or successive rain to concentrate in this area of new root growth. And thirdly, and most importantly, on a waterway, we like to encourage those new roots to bind to natural soil as quickly as possible to reduce risk of washing out in any future inundation or flooding event. This is a tried and tested method Bushtekniq has been employing around creeks and rivers of Mianjin for well over a decade. This is Commonwealth-State diffusa, and we also are using the bearded grass that we've collected locally to add in to this planting. It works as biodiversity, but also as natural living mulch. So we just tuck this in gently around the plant so that when we're doing that first waterings, these transplanted runners will benefit. It's important to cover around 90% of the transplanted material to reduce transpiration and really get those roots growing as a great ground cover. Now let's do some mulching and protecting our new plants. We're going to use some local material, in this case the green panic or guinea grass that we've collected earlier, and we're really going to mulch this new plant well to reduce any evaporation and also to prevent microerosion in those first waterings. You can really lay it on thick here. Place a bamboo stake or hardwood stake in the case of a tree upstream from the plant to divert any fast flowing water. If you don't have a ready-made stake, you can make your own with a pair of secateurs and some weedy material. In this case it's a leucaena sapling. I'm just going to cut that to size, nice long length, and if you're tricky you can even add an angled end there for popping it into the ground easier. You can use as many stakes like this as you like to protect the plant from any scratching animals such as bush turkeys or nibbling animals. We have wallabies on this creek, so I'm going to also use some light branchy material to cover the plant, like so. Now it's time to add the water. Take your time to really splosh the water on gently, watching it soak in and ensuring it doesn't go over the edge of the reservoir that we've created earlier. We don't want it to start running down the hill there and creating an erosion channel. So just watching it soak in there and ensuring those new roots are getting a nice cool drink in their new home. Another quality planting by Bushtekniq.